Hey guys, so today I wanted to share my experience of my 3 day juice fast slash cleanse that I just came back from. And really, I just wanted to share that I've been feeling freaking amazing ever since this cleanse. I feel like just so clean inside and out. I've had so much energy, been so energized, my mood has been so positive, and I've just felt so healthy. And so, my advice to you would be if you've been thinking about doing something like this, some sort of cleanse with juice, you're not sure about fasting yet, just go for it. Just give it a go and find out for yourself because there's so much out there on the internet talking what's the best way to do it and stuff. But I think the best way to do it is just give it a go yourself, try it, experiment, and yeah, find out for yourself. So my experience was really positive. The way I did it was I started off with a 36-hour water fast, and then I went in to doing a 3 day juice cleanse. So I was really curious as to what would happen when I didn't eat for 3 days. I've done a few water fasts before, 48-hour fasts, and I really struggled to get past like 2 day water fasts. And so this was kind of a way of breaking through that 2 day water fast barrier. And I really wanted to feel the effects of juice, like just pure vegetable juice, and what it would do. Because, guys, we have so much toxicity that builds up in our bodies. It builds up from our environments, from stress, the pollution in the air if we live in the cities, the food that we eat, bad food, it all just builds up. And so we have all this toxicity that builds up, and it's really tough for our bodies to cleanse and remove because we're constantly eating food. And every time we eat something, energy goes to digest that food. And so the body never really gets a chance to really heal and repair and rejuvenate. And so when we cleanse with a juice fast, we give the body a chance to basically get into that repair mode and rebuild itself, like rebuild those blocks and those foundations, to rebuild the gut microbiome. And so that's what I really wanted to experience, because every time we eat food, the body uses so much energy just to digest that food. So if we just give it a rest for like 3 days, even 2 days, and we just take in the juice, because with the juice, all the fiber of the vegetables, it's been taken out. So all the pulp has been taken out. So when we drink this juice, it's just pure vitamins and minerals. It's like flooding your body with nutrients, and you just feel like incredible. You feel so good. And so the way I did it was, yeah, like I said, 1 day water fast going into it, then 3 days juicing. And so I actually went to the supermarket and bought the juices beforehand. So this is one of the ones that I used. You can buy it here. And so the reason that I bought them is because to buy a juicer, it's actually really expensive to buy one. And I'm not sure if I wanted to commit to buying a juicer yet. And you actually have to use a lot of vegetables to get juice. Like, you need a lot of fruit and veg to just have a small glass. So it's much more economical for me just to buy these. So I took about 4 of these with me, and I drank about 1 of them a day. So I'd have about 3 of these glasses per day, and tastes so good. And when you've got nothing in your body and you drink this, seriously, guys, you just feel it working through your body. You feel the energy the energy is dispersed like instantly, and you feel uplifted. And so I was sort of meditating. I went to the monastery, Buddhist monastery, and I juiced and meditated and just really chilled out. I really wanted to give the mind and the body a rest, to just like have a super cleanse. And so I've been feeling amazing. So some of the effects that I experienced, I would say, my sleep was way better. So that's a really interesting one, is I felt I could fall asleep a lot faster and I needed less sleep. And so I think the link with that is when we eat, so much of that energy is taken up to digest the food. And so I was able to get up a lot earlier and get up a lot easier as well. One of the other things I saw was just my mood. My mood was uplifted. I felt so positive like all day. I felt so energized. I felt kind of light and nimble and agile. just really like flexible, because I was like empty, right? Like you've got no food in you. And I didn't really feel that hungry. The first couple of days, I experienced like some rumbling in the tummy because the body's expecting food and then it's not getting it. So there's a little bit of discomfort there. But it was not too bad for me because I've done water fast before and I've learned to kind of push through that barrier and kind of use it as a sort of mindfulness tool, just to observe what's coming up in the body. And you can really work with that. So it's actually a great way to work with the body and so work through it. And so I didn't really have much temptation to eat. I saw some people eating at the monastery, and yeah, the food looked really good, and I was thinking about food when I was meditating, and that was pretty tough, thinking about what I'd eat when I sort of break the fast and stuff. But what was really interesting was after a couple of days, the body sort of goes into this famine mode. So hunger was suppressed for me after a couple of days. And so this is kind of how Mother Nature's designed us, right? If you do some research on this, you'll find that we have a famine mode and a feasting mode. And so back in the day, we didn't have an abundance of food all the time. These days, wherever we go, there's food everywhere. There's never a time when there's been so much food available for us. But back in the day, Mother Nature wouldn't give us a warning when a volcano would erupt or there'd be a flood or a storm. And so we would have to go days without food, possibly weeks. And so our bodies adapted to be able to go long periods of time without food. And so it kind of switches off the need for hunger. You go into this famine mode. And so that's what I experienced, is like going into that famine mode. So I didn't actually feel that hungry during during the 3 days. And so yeah, I felt so good. My meditation was really good. My mind felt so clear. I had a lot of mental clarity, very crisp, sharp, and yeah, it just felt so good. I was like, wow, everyone needs to try this. So I would really recommend giving it a go. In terms of coming off the fast, I kind of broke it. I feel like I didn't really need to eat, but I felt like I probably should, because it would take a couple of days to sort of introduce solid foods back again. So I probably could have gone longer juicing for sure. I broke my fast with some fruit, some banana and some cacao and reishi mushroom and lion's mane. And it felt really good to have that. It felt really nice. But I wasn't really that hungry. I didn't really need much food after that. So that's kind of my experience. I definitely want to give it another go and possibly do a longer juice this time. But I've learned that this is probably a really powerful tool that I can now go back to. When I'm feeling a little bit bloated, a little bit heavy, something that I really enjoyed was the feeling of waking up and feeling so light in the stomach. So many times I wake up in the morning and I feel this heaviness in the stomach, this sort of bloated feeling, and often it's from eating very late. And we live busy lives, and it's just how it is. You work a 9 to 5, you socialize, you go out and meet friends, and you eat quite late. And so we're not really designed to be eating very late, but it's just how it works, right, in our society. And I wake up feeling very bloated and heavy, and I really don't like that feeling. And so I would wake up just feeling so empty, and light and nimble and clear, and I just loved that feeling. It felt so good. And so to know that I can go a few days without food now, it feels really empowering. And now this is a tool that I can go back to, so that if I do feel very full and bloated, I'll just say, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna do juice today. I'm gonna do a 1-day juice cleanse, or maybe 2 days, get back to that state. And so it's good to know that I'm capable of doing that, and it's okay. Our body needs that. It's like my body needs that time to cleanse, to reset itself. The gut microbiome can sort of rebuild itself back up, especially if you had a lot of, junk food and stuff, or you had a lot of stress in the week. do a juice cleanse, get those toxins out of the body. And so that's kind of like my experience. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll just give it a go. Just if 3 days feels like a lot for you, and a bit intimidating at first, maybe just okay. Phone just fell on the floor there, but these things happen. Yeah, maybe just give it a 1 day. Give it a 1 day juice. Give that a go. So thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions, yeah, drop me a message, drop me some comments, and I hope this was useful for you. And speak to you soon. Cheers.